sorry if this is a little shaky. We are currently outside on my back patio, and I just wanted to check in. It's been a while since I've made a video, and there's a couple of reasons for that. The first and the biggest is I went back to school. I'm currently an online student for, I'm trying to earn my master's in archival management, and it's my first semester, so I've really been trying to get a handle on just learning online. I know that's a big struggle that everybody has been talking about for the last year, but because I graduated college in 2019, I didn't really have to struggle with that an awful lot, so when the pandemic was happening, so kind of it's been a big adjustment getting my master's online, but I've actually really grown to enjoy it. That's one big thing that has happened over the last couple months that have kind of caused me not to really make videos as much as I did like a year ago. It's been a while. But I've also been struggling with some like self-confidence stuff, other things that I've written about a little bit online already, so I'm not going to go too much into that. But I figured, since this is my very favorite time of year and it is currently Halloween weekend, we don't really have any plans, but I think we're just gonna hang out and maybe watch some movies, and I really enjoyed making a video last year on Halloween, so I thought I might do that again this year. Maybe do like a, ooh, I bumped the table, do like a weekend sort of video. I also thought, since today is Saturday, I'm going to be working on schoolwork for the majority of the time. I thought I would kind of show you what I do on a given day studying, some of the like study techniques and things that I've learned and taught myself and whatnot. So I thought that might be fun to share with you. But I'm enjoying a little bit of time outside first. I did a little note taking before I filmed this, so just wanted to take a little break. I have a little bowl of apples, a nice little snack for myself, but it's such a nice day too. It's very breezy and beautiful, and we rake the yard like every weekend. We try to, and we have to do it today or tomorrow because we have quite a lot of leaves, but it's really beautiful all the same. So I thought I would bring you along for this laid-back Halloween weekend. This Halloween weekend we are going to be having. But I am kind of struggling with the fact that we're going to be, home alone again. I don't think we're going out and doing anything for Halloween, and that kind of bums me out a little bit, but I do think it'll be nice to stay home and relax and maybe watch some movies and things. I also wanted to talk about my hat. This is my Books Unbound hat. Books Unbound is one of my favorite podcasts, and they released this merch, and it came in the mail like a week or so ago, and I've been wearing it almost every day. So I'm feeling very cozy, very autumnal. So yeah, I'm gonna enjoy my apples, and I'll show you some study techniques that I've been doing. Okay, so I am here in what I like to call my corner. Before school started, I set up this little computer area in, as you can see, my laundry room, because it was closest to the internet cables and whatnot, and I actually really like the light here, because as you can maybe see, there's a window here that allows a lot of light. There's a door right behind you that I like to open and like just watch what's going on outside, so I really value light. It makes me really happy, so I really wanted the ability to feel happier when I'm studying. So this is where I like to do work. I also like to read on the couch, but sometimes I get distracted there. I don't get as distracted here. But kind of my setup is I have the monitor, I have my iPad, and I have my headphones, or not my headphones, I share these with Maxwell, I should clarify. But I really like it here. It's cozy, it's very close to the tea kettle. I get to make as much tea as I desire. Typically I rack up like 3, maybe 4 cups a day, especially the days that I'm studying. So it's very cozy. I really enjoy my time here. So a couple things that I do to help me focus, because I really struggle a lot with focusing when I'm studying, especially since I have a lot of reading. And I mean, I love to read, but textbook reading is different and it's hard for me to focus. So a couple tricks that I have found, especially for when there's articles and PDFs that I need to read, there's 2 apps that I use. The first app is the one that I've been using this whole semester so far, is Notability. If you are a student, if you are a student, you have probably heard of it before. You can download your PDFs. I'm very fortunate to have an iPad where I can do this. You can't really see, but there's PDFs where you can highlight, write, and whatnot. And I am a very interactive learner. I like to say I'm a kinetic learner, so I like to write and highlight and whatnot when I read, so that really helps. And another app that I use that is really helpful is Speechify, and I only found this recently. Here, I'll show you. It is a text-to-speech app, and I really like using audiobooks for regular books to focus when I'm reading and read a little bit quicker, since I can get a little bit bogged down. And I found this app to use where it's similar to Notability. Notability? Yeah. And that you can upload your articles and it'll read them to you, and you can select the speed at which it'll read things to you, and you can also take pictures. So I've been taking pictures of my textbook for my reference library class, and that's been super helpful too. And typically it, especially with the pictures, it can get a little dicey. You need to, it'll like read the page numbers to you and whatnot, but it's still really helpful. So here you can see is where I have uploaded articles that I'm reading for my archives and introduction to archives class. And here, I'll give you an example what it sounds like.
In countless archives, libraries, and museums. It is
So as you can see, it's not like a it's a very robotic voice, and sometimes that can get to be a little much, but I really like that it keeps me on track. So I've been using that for a little over a week, I think. I found that pretty recently, but it's been really helpful. But yeah, I thought I would share those 2 things, because since I have to do a lot of reading, those have really helped. So yeah, so right now I'm finishing up taking notes for my lectures. I like to go into my lecture modules online, and thankfully my professors post the slides that they have for each lecture. So I like to go into the slides and copy and paste everything into an outline before I actually watch the lectures, so it kind of keeps me on track, and I don't have to keep pausing the video to take notes. So that's a nice time saver. I've really enjoyed doing that. So yeah, I'm finishing that up, and then I'm going to get to reading. I have quite a bit to do, but thankfully with the Speechify tool, it's a little bit simpler than it used to be. I'm a really slow reader. It takes me a while to cut through really technical writing, so I'm thankful to have this tool to keep me on track. It is another day. I'm here to chat. I have my little cup of tea. So last you saw, yesterday, we went out on a little book shopping adventure, and after that, Maxwell and I went to go get some dinner, and after dinner, I found that, things went a little south. I found that something that I ate must have had meat in it. And if you don't know, I don't know if I've talked about this before, but if you know me personally, you know I've been a vegetarian since I was like 9 years old. So it's been a very long time since I've had meat just regularly in my diet. So whenever I accidentally have a meat product, it completely destroys me. So last night was a bit of an adventure, but I was able to get some schoolwork done. But today is Halloween. As you can see, I have my little witch hat on, and I thought that before we advance on into the day, I'm gonna do a little bit more schoolwork. I thought I would share with you what I got at the bookstore. So, my bag, as if that's important at all. The first thing I got is this copy of Sense and Sensibility. The reason why I got it was, of course, this is one of my favorite movies of all time. I typically don't love books with movie covers, but I mean, come on. I couldn't help it. And I really enjoy hardcovers as well. And despite the movie cover, the actual book itself is really cool. I love that hunter green. So I figured, why not? And then at the last minute, I saw Lawrence Ferlinghetti, which is a poet that I read when I was in school, when I was a freshman, a very long time ago now, like 4 or 5 years ago, and I completely forgot that this book existed. And when I was at the checkout, I saw this in the poetry section right next to it, and I was like, I remember this, and I remember loving it. So I thought I would buy it. It wasn't that expensive, and I'm really happy to be reunited with this poet. I highly recommend. He's another beat poet, so if you like Ginsberg, Allen Ginsberg, right? He wrote Howl. If you like him, if you like other beat poets, I think you would really enjoy him. So yeah, and it's a cool cover too. But I also got some buttons that are like literature themed, but I think I left them in the car, so I won't show you those. But this is what Maxwell got. He is, of course, a fantasy fan. David Gemmell, I think he really likes this author, and that's a pretty wicked cover, isn't it? So yeah, that's what we got at the bookstore before my stomach was completely derailed. But otherwise it was a good night. Today is Halloween, so after I do some schoolwork and things like that, I'm going to make some dinner, and we're gonna watch some movies. I think on the docket we have Hocus Pocus. We've watched it once, of course, this season, but I feel like you have to watch it on the day. And we love watching Clue on Halloween. It's a good mystery movie. It's a classic. And I think we might also watch Psycho. So depending on how much time we have, I don't know how many we're actually going to be able to watch, but we're looking forward to a fun night. And I'll show you little bits and pieces, but I might also show you a couple bits and pieces of me studying as well. But I will be sure to close off this vlog before I do. It's going to be a short one, but it's nice to be making videos again.